CVA's Accura Series, Agara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
This segment's being sponsored by JLB Sportsman, custom woodworking and laser engraving. Located right here in Leoma, Tennessee, give owner Jim Brewer a call at 931-213-1455. All right, everybody, this next segment's being sponsored by Courtney's Restaurant and Catering. You guys can find them at 4066B North Mount Juliet Road in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, or give Tom and the crew a call for all of your catering and carry-out or delivery needs, 615-754-7548. All right, welcome back, guys. Since we're still not having the recipe segment again this week, we're going to be opening our phone lines again, so y'all feel free to call in at 615-737-7767. And while we're waiting on a couple more calls to possibly come in, Anthony, let's talk just a little bit about the turkey harvest this year. Now, I've heard a lot of concern from hunters, and you know how they can get, we can all get that way, but a lot of concern about the fact that the turkey harvest numbers are way up this year. They're way high, and I say way high.
More than last year, probably.
Right now, last year there was right at 33,000 birds shot in the state. That was total. WMA's statewide. Yep. Right now, WMA's statewide, the numbers I checked before we started the show was 34,656. Now we've still got 2.5, 3 weeks of turkey season
17
left,
more days.
and we've already surpassed last year's numbers. Now, to some it may be and some not, but it's pretty obvious why the numbers are up, or one of the biggest reasons numbers are up, and that is you've got so many people that are hunting 5, 6, 7 days a week. They're not working, they're not doing things, but they can get out and hunt. They can get out by themselves and go turkey hunting or fishing, whatever, like we do.
Yeah, COVID-19 made a lot of turkeys die.
It did. It caused a lot of turkey deaths.
Yeah,
it really
sure
did.
did.
I mean, that's the truth.
Yeah.
So, I don't think it's a concern at all. Are there going to be birds next year? Are we going to have any issue? Now, you might not have quite as many gobblers on your place next year if you shot a bunch of them this year, but no, it's not going to have an overall effect. Our birds are mostly bred before the season actually starts here anyway. So if you were to take every gobbler out, the way TWA designs our season, you're going to be okay. It's going to be fine.
And a lot of people don't realize that, though, Brandon.
No, they don't. A lot don't.
We found a nest that had 4 eggs in it on April the 2nd. Yeah. And that was before turkey season even opened.
Right. Yeah, before statewide even opened. And even within that first week or 2 weeks or so on, you see more and more hens every time you go out, So we've got a couple callers here. Who do we have on? Okay. Jerome, how are you doing tonight?
All right.
How can we help you tonight?
I just wondering what crop you're doing on Old Hickory right now.
The last I talked to someone about crappie on Old Hickory was a few days ago, and he had a pretty good day, and he was finding fish around the boat docks. He was in the Hendersonville, Gallatin area. He was finding fish around boat docks and said that they were mostly set out in front of the boat docks, 8 to 12 foot deep still is where he was finding them. But he had a good day, a mighty good day a couple days ago. So I would tell you right now to check around those docks. If you have any kind of graph or anything, see if you can't, out in front of those docks, a lot of times you're going to find trees and brush out in front of those boat docks where they've been set by the boat dock owners in many cases, and sometimes by other people. But find them around the boat docks right now is what I'm hearing on Old Hickory.
All right. Sounds good.
Good luck to you. Have a good night.
You too.
Robert, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, all right, good to see you on the show there.
Thank you for calling.
My question is, I live down here in Barron County, south central Kentucky, and I've seen fewer turkeys this year than I've ever seen. Have you ever heard anybody not seeing very many down in here?
I mean, I can't speak for that specific area, and I was actually, Anthony and I talked about this today on the phone before we got here this evening. There are a lot of areas that still show lower turkey numbers overall. Now, that doesn't mean there's not pockets of the state, our state and yours as well, that are just full of turkeys and plenty of them there. There are some areas where there are less turkeys. I can vouch for that myself.
Me too.
I've got a couple of places that we hunt that there are flat out half or less than half as many birds as we had 5 or 6 years ago.
I bet all of West Tennessee is like that.
Yeah, West Tennessee has dropped a lot. I can't speak as much for the Kentucky DNR there. I'm sure they're, kind of following the same guidelines, but TWRA actually has several joint studies going on right now, mostly with UT Knoxville. I believe Tennessee Tech has helped with some of it, but they are studying right now to see if they can figure out any correlation to the drop in numbers that we've experienced. Nobody's really sure what's going on. There's not any particular diseases that have been found. This is my opinion. I have an opinion. I think a lot of it is just, in turkeys you can see a big sway in numbers very quickly.
Yeah.
You can see a big increase in birds very quickly, a big decrease very quickly because the way that they breed and hatch, gobblers or birds, period. I think that because of sometimes you'll get a real wet springs. West Tennessee, for example, y'all get a lot of flooding and stuff down there. I think that gets a lot of your turkeys. When your spring grows hay too well, you'll lose a lot of turkeys to hay cuts. We lose them to predators. We have lost them, in my opinion, more than anything to habitat loss. Now, that's not as prevalent in every area, but in most of the areas where I hunt, that's been one of the big issues.
Yeah, it's not at home. It's predators. And when you get those big rains, until those poults are about 6 weeks old, especially big hard rains in the daytime, a lot of folks don't know it, but those poults drown.
They will look up at the sky sometimes.
Because I used to raise birds, and I mean, they look up at the sky, and they basically the rain's hitting them on the beak, and they drown. Is what happens. Now at nighttime, they pretty much get under their mother's wings.
Yeah.
Well, we got a lot of farmers out here putting out chicken manure. You reckon that chicken manure might cause them to die?
I would not think so, and I tell you, we're going to have to go and let you go here in just a second. We have to run to a break, and we'll talk more about this. No, in my opinion, I don't know if it does or not. They have studied that, and I'll try to hit just a little bit more on that when we come back for just a second. Thank you for calling tonight.
Thank you much.
Have a good night.
Thanks.
All right, guys, we've got to get ready to go over and take another break. We'll be right back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.